What up, dude?
What up, DZ?
DZ Dum Dum.
DZ Dum Dum. D3T. 3DT coming at you.
Can I just unsubscribe to you right now? Like,
um,
do you have an unsubscribe button?
I do actually, and nothing would make me happier than to have you think that you unsubscribed from me, and then that actually resulted in us not hanging out, and it would be a win-win, right? Because like I'm not hurting your feelings. You're like, oh, I did it, I unsubscribed, and I'm like, oh man, bummer, so sad. So yeah,
Is there anything in your life that you truly do need to unsubscribe to? Yeah.
lots. Mine. So I'm not as what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not as psycho as you are about email, so I'm much more comfortable in the world of unread emails
Like thousands
and
of unread
yeah,
emails.
I'm
Yeah.
okay. I've after 20 years of a military career of having, I don't know, no less than 6 email accounts at any given time from all levels of classification, then Gmails in our business and all that kind of stuff. I'm very comfortable that they're just not going to get read
Yeah.
because actually life has to be lived at some point. Um, but I do need to unsubscribe from a lot of the junk and the clutter in
Yeah.
the inbox, which is a very freeing exercise. I love going in and unsubscribing, and I'm not sure why I don't do it more often. But I think for me, I need to unsubscribe from things like unhealthy beliefs. I need to unsubscribe from potentially relationships that are more draining than life giving. I'm not really sure how I unsubscribe from my kids because they pop. No, I'm just kidding. But
You're like, Jakey, I'm gonna unsubscribe from you for the day. You're going to your room. Don't
right,
leave.
right. But I mean, in all seriousness, when I think that when your mind is preoccupied with fear-driven things like, hey, I need to have plan A through F in case A, B, C, D, E, and well, A, B, C, and D and E don't work, then I need to have a plan F. And I think recognizing that entertaining those thoughts and subscribing to those beliefs is actually counterproductive to your purpose and your what I believe we were created to do.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm an inbox zero type of guy. It freaks me
Mm-hmm.
out when I see unread emails, and so, but I've realized that that is actually very draining to my mental fortitude, if you will. Like right now, I have a bunch of junk email that hasn't been deleted, and it freaks me out. And I was talking to my coach, the other day, and he was just like, "Dude, you just start unsubscribing to all of them." And I've done that in the past, and it's great, but the junk comes back, right? And new stuff comes up, and it takes time to unsubscribe to some stuff. But once that's gone and out of your brain, it's man, it opens up so much opportunity to really focus on what's important. The important emails, the important stuff in your life. And you and I were talking about this. I got a lot of certifications and different, opportunities and different, A, B, and C as backup plans. And, we were talking about faith the other day in our mastermind call, and, what really is faith, and do you have faith in what you're doing? And I kind of felt like I didn't because I had all these other things going on in my life, and then equating that to unsubscribing to email, like I probably should just unsubscribe to some of those things that are in my life that are taking up space. Do I have to certify this one thing, right? And it's going to take some effort and some money and some classes and some education, and I might just be better off just not subscribing again, right? So it's interesting to think about what you have in your life that it'd probably be better just to unsubscribe from.
Well, and I think even before you do that, it's questioning why you're subscribed in the first place.
Mm,
Like what's the purpose behind it? What's the why behind it? And what we were specifically talking about some of the things that you maintain, and I've got certifications for and qualifications to do intel work,
yeah.
right? To go into some classified environment and zero training required. I could jump right into a number of different jobs, and they could be well paying jobs, and there it could be a very honorable thing to do with my time and life and blah blah blah. But for me, it sounds absolutely horrible. It doesn't, I don't think, no, I know for a fact that that is not my highest and best for me. I know that there are other things that I'm passionate about that I believe God put on my heart to pursue. And we're seeing it may not be as immediate as me going to work intel, but we're seeing blessing in these efforts. And I think asking why. Are we making decisions from fear? Are we seeking different certifications out of a passion or fear, out of faith or fear? And it's are we subscribed to things because whatever, where it's a friend who has a newsletter, and if we unsubscribe, we think we're gonna hurt their feelings,
Yeah.
or I mean, why? Like just why? And I don't think we typically ask why we spend the time where we spend it. And what I in one of the masterminds yesterday in one of the houses, one of the dudes, we're going through a habit exercise, and we talked about this in another video, but what struck me is that once he started questioning why and where his time went, just the exercise of questioning why and assessing where freed up time to do things that are actually truly passion points for him, and much better for him. And so it's interesting that just you don't have to come up with the answer immediately, but just thinking about it and being intentional about questioning the things that we're doing and where we're spending our time and why we're seeking the quote unquote security of certificates or whatever. Just asking the question why we're doing those things is very enlightening. And then if you recognize that you're doing them out of fear, then you can do something about it, or you don't. And then you just acknowledge, I'm a fearful person. And so I need to have all these backup plans. And that in and of itself could probably be freeing too, because you at least are more self-aware of why you're making the decisions you're making. And then you can address it. You can be actively engaged in confronting fears or doing whatever it is for you, right? I'm making no moral judgment or qualification for what anybody does except for myself, and recognizing in myself these fear-driven attitudes that I have that are robbing me of time, effort, mental health to do the things that I truly am passionate about, that I've also spent hours and months and collective years refining those things,
Yeah.
and setting up opportunities in those areas. So why not just go all in that, cut the junk
Yeah.
and cut the fear, and allow myself to win potentially.
For sure, man. So you should subscribe to Filling the Storehouse podcast.
Yes, you should. Yes, you should.
Yes, you should. And you should unsubscribe to all that other junk that's taking up space in your life. And focus on what's the priority, what's going to be most fulfilling, and drive towards that why that you have for your bigger purpose and your mission.
Yeah.
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 That ain't dumb, dog.
No, dude, that ain't dumb. And we're not dumb. I mean, you're dumb, but collectively, we're not dumb. Good conversation,
Yeah.
deep thoughts,
Yeah.
think deeply.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it is.
Don't be dumb.
So don't be dumb. Think deeply. Ask why. And the answers you come up with, question them again and ask why again and again till you get to the whole heart and core of why you do what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get it.
You should stop recording now. Hit the stop
Oh
recording
yeah,
button.
because I'm left-handed,
Yeah.
which is a point that Stu made earlier. So I'll stop recording now with my right hand. And you guys have a great day. See you. Peace.